welcome to Y'all Gaming, the only show on the internet that asks, "Are y'all gaming?" Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry about my voice. I blew it out like 3 days ago during the Tekken Slam, and it's still like this. I don't know how to fix it. But hey, everybody, TK, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. We're having a pretty chill day. Watched some shows, checked out some Tekken for because I want to be prepared. And I was gonna like look into some Street Fighter stuff, but I was like, I think I can wait till I get back home. But then I thought about it. When I get back home, MultiVersus is out, so just a just a great week for gaming.
Yeah,
Great next 5 days or so.
it's a crazy like couple of weeks because you've got MultiVersus out next week. Street Fighter patch went live today. Have you had a chance to play on it at all?
No, but I've definitely been on a lot of seen a lot of it because I follow a lot of the people from when the game first came out,
Sure.
and I've seen a lot of the labbers let me know that the buffs are real. I've been able to
Yeah.
read some of the patch notes, but yeah, I mean Zangief's the big winner in this patch. Ryu, as I always say that he's going to be a big winner in the patch because I don't know what it is. They just don't want Ryu to be good in season one, but he always slaps in season two.
Yeah.
Uh, so he's been, but then there's a couple other things we'll talk about later. But yeah, I mean I've seen a lot of clips going around and yeah, things are definitely going to change up a bit.
Sure. Oh, I forgot to mention. Also, this show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Thanks to Prize Picks for sponsoring the show. Remember to use code YALLGAMING to get a $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Sorry about that. Not saying that before, but yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I guess we could go bit by bit. We can talk about Street Fighter later. I do think it's interesting that Ryu is like. I don't know. We'll talk. I want to get into Street Fighter now. You said Ryu. We'll come back to that. Remind me of that. But the first thing on our docket is actually MultiVersus, which honestly, man, for all the stuff we were talking about their marketing, they have been blasting us with stuff like every day, and it's all very good. Um, I don't know. I'm very impressed. The stage that got
I
shown off today
think
is so good.
I think that our previous complaints were valid at the time that they were
Absolutely,
valid.
I agree. Yep.
And I don't know if they maybe saw some of those and was like, we got to step it up, or if they just had this plan already where the plan was in the meeting room to be like, let's give them nothing and then give them everything a week ahead of time. And, it's definitely ramping up the hype a lot. So I can't be like, this is absolutely terrible. But
Right.
it was, for a minute, I thought that's what we were going to keep getting the same, eyes emojis on everything into the
Yes.
worst drops of all time. So, you know,
No, you.
but we're not now.
I do think that at the time that's how we were feeling, and I think it was valid. But I think more than ever, it's clear that like they've had a plan this whole time. It just wasn't like for 2 months out, which is unfortunate that that's how long we had to wait for anything. But they're ramping up now. New stage they showed off today is Dexter's Lab, which I think is a very fun idea for a stage. I really hope it speeds up. You played
Hmm.
speedrunners, right?
Yeah.
I hope it's like speedrunners. I hope like if nobody dies for a while, it just starts like going super, and you're not fighting each other, and then you're fighting the stage. Um, I think that'd
Okay,
be
but
very
would you
funny.
play that competitively though?
No, 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 no. Of course not. But they say it's not competitive. They say it's
The
they
fun
have the
one.
for fun mode, which the conveyor belts and all that, and then they have the WarioWare version. Which honestly, I might play the scrolling one competitively if it is like if I know what character I'm picking going into it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I could pick Gizmo and just run real fast or whatever. But yeah, it looks great. I'm glad that they're taking risks with their stages. I don't know. I'm very happy with it. I'm everything they're showing shows so much like vision and sort of creativity, and I love that.
Yeah, I think I still want to see, you know, there's a lot of teaser for like certain character that I've not seen yet that I'm like, please show character. I just need to see her. Like I just need to see the
Hmm.
Powerpuff Girls, bro. We have two different
Yeah,
teasers now with the octopus doll and then them showing up on the thing. I know they exist. I know they exist. I
yeah.
just want to see them, but I can wait another couple days. It's fine.
I feel like they might be a season two thing. Like they might be holding on to them for even longer. Because
Hmm.
if I remember correctly, they said Smith isn't in at launch. They said
Oh, okay.
he's coming in next. And this whole thing is supposed to be like villain themed. So if that's the case, then Powerpuff Girls aren't coming till the next season, which I
Man,
wouldn't mind.
we take Mojo Jojo though. Come on
We
now,
could take Mojo. I'd be down for
we
a
take
little
Mojo.
Mojo.
I mean, my only thing is I know that Mojo has to be a mage, so like that's just another
Another
potentially annoying
projectile
character to
user.
show up. But like, I'm still might be down. I still might be
In
down.
the background of one of the render arts or whatever, they have him, the devil guy. He's like in the background, so it's like, oh, maybe he'll be in the game. Now I don't know what moveset he would have because I think he's like one of the least fleshed out. I would
Yeah,
say,
he doesn't really like there's never really any fighting with him really.
right.
So that would be kind of interesting what him would bring to the table. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just I don't know, man. Like I'm very excited for the future of that game though, and there's definitely gonna be a couple naysayers being, oh, what if they, what if it comes on and it dies again? Well, then it just dies again. But
Yep.
I'm not gonna think about that until like I start to see signs that it's just not going well. And as of right now, looks like it's going well.
Yeah. I think I'm a little frustrated that everybody wants to be the soothsayer to call like, oh, it's gonna die, it's not gonna come back. It's like, I mean, maybe, but I think they have done their job in creating a compelling product to me. Does it reach an outside audience? I don't know because I can't get into the mind of the outside audience. I don't know if it will appeal to casuals. Unfortunately, there are all kinds of good games that haven't caught on or haven't stuck around for a long time. But now there's not something for me to point at and be like, all right, well, this is why. Now it's just like, all right, they weren't messing with it. That's, unfortunately,
Yeah.
that might be where it comes down to. I don't know. We'll see. I think Jason looks awesome, and I think it's a great choice because it really blows open the door of like, okay, anybody can be in this game. Because like Arya's in the game, but like Game of Thrones violence. I was talking about this on stream last night. It's like a fantasy thing. When you think of Arya, I don't think you think of like brutality. You know what I mean? Like the messed up stuff does happen on the show, and she's like an assassin or whatever. But I think it's different with Jason, who like, oh, he's just a murderer. You know what I mean? He just straight up kills people.
And I was always wondered why we went with Arya instead of Jon Snow, but I think about it like I don't feel like Jon Snow would have that cool of a moveset.
No,
Like
it'd be kind of boring.
he's just a swordsman, bro. Like I mean, like with Arya, there's potential for mystical powers and face stealing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jon Snow, like, and I'm not saying like having a boring swordman wouldn't be bad because I think every character every game needs that one person that everyone can kind of just pick up and play. But currently, I think that's Shaggy. So
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing. But it's not a swordsman, obviously. So there's no Marth so far where you pick up a sword and you're just like, I just swing. But that's what I feel like Jon Snow probably would have been.
Sure.
Maybe some wolf attacks, like throws the wolf out or something. But that's probably the best that you can give for him. So, yeah.
I was wondering, because we were talking about that with Hazmat, our friend, and he was like, who do I try to like learn the game? And it's probably just Shaggy, right? Like, I don't know who else would be. Like, Shaggy's just the basic, like, we'll teach you everything. Kind of what he's made for. So.
Yeah. He said, I'm thinking LeBron. We were like, no,
no,
brother. Like that's two movesets to learn, and you have to be good at getting the ball back when you throw it off the screen and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, nah, LeBron's kind of hard actually. I don't know about that. Like, yeah, I wonder how he's gonna do when he comes in because the characters are so weird. Like when you open up that like Velma or Iron Giant like moveset, and it's just literal a book. Like it goes all the way down. What the hell does any of this mean? Also, I should mention before we move on to the next thing. In case you guys didn't see, I am hosting a MultiVersus Twitch Rivals event along with Void. It's happening next week. Twitch Rivals hit us up and they said, "Do you want to do this?" And we said yes. More details soon. But since you guys were such good viewers and such good listeners, I'll tell you this. The idea are 2 different days of competition. Day 1 is for influencers, creators, people who want to play the game but aren't pro or competitive. That's me. Like I'm good at the game, but I'm not like a professional or whatever. So I'm gonna play in day 1. I'm actually teaming with TK over here, as far as we know so far. And then day 2, we're inviting teams who are top level. So the idea is day 1 is a little bit more casual for funsies. Having a good time. not super top level. We want to see a variety of characters, stages, whatever. Day 2 is an 8-team sweat bracket. So Void's going to play in that. I don't know who he's playing with because I think he can't play. Did we get a hype train off 2 subs? That's crazy.
Yo, hype train, yo.
That's insane. Awesome. Thanks. That's very funny. But wow, we're at 62% to level 2. That's wild. Yeah, so Void is day 2. I don't think he's allowed to team with Nakat because, Nakat works on the game. I ask because, day 1 Evo. But Void's going to team with somebody in day 2. So Void is casting day 1. I am casting day 2. And then we're gonna figure it out. If me and TK win and I have to cast day 2 while playing in day 2 because the winner of day 1 goes on to day 2, I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see. Maybe I'll find you a different partner. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
we'll just throw.
We'll
do that thing like we get right to the top. No, hold on. There's a pretty big prize split, huh?
Yeah. So
mind,
first place there's a 15K. Yeah, there's a 15K pool. Both days. Day 1, first place team gets 3,000 and an invite to day 2. So that's 1,500 each.
Actually, yeah. I will be playing for real. Actually,
okay, all right. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. And then day 2, was that Steam? Yeah, sorry, I'm installing Street Fighter 6. Day 2, the last place team gets 375 each. So it's 750. So let's say if we finish day 1 and win, and then we just die immediately day 2, that's still an extra $400 each. So who knows? We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that MultiVersus event is happening next week. I'm very excited. It is next Wednesday and Thursday. So I hope you guys tune in. And I actually have something else to announce tonight. It should be on stream. Yeah, it's a big deal. It should come out at 7 Eastern, I think, in an hour and a half. That's what they're planning on. So tonight's going to be a big night. Big deal. So, but yeah, MultiVersus is great. Very exciting. Good stuff. Next up, do you want to do Tekken or Street Fighter?
I mean, we'll probably talk about the Tekken Stage Jam Slam because you were in it. Like, there's not really much to talk about on Tekken. Like, nothing has changed for it. I mean, when the patch came out, it's that was a couple weeks ago. I think everyone's got a good grasp on who's who and where people are now. Yeah. But yeah, man, just you were like, I'm never gonna play this game again, and then you look like you had even more fun the second time. So what changed?
I did. I think the second one I like more than the first. You wanna know why? It's stakes. Like, if I have a reason to play, I care. But it's like I don't want to play Tekken to just rank up. Because, like, what's the point? I'm not going to win a tournament. I'm not going to win a local. I'm not going to go to things. Like, being good at the game doesn't inherently, like, how do I put this? Benefit my life in a way. Meanwhile, playing a bunch of single-player games or, like, side stuff, I really enjoy. And I'm like, wow, this is really expanding my cultural palette. Being better at Tekken is a dead end for me. It's like, oh, cool, I got the God of Destruction. Who am I going to tell? Who am I going to fight? It doesn't change anything. But if I spend time doing other things or playing other games, the thing about
why did you do it for Street Fighter?
Say what?
Why did you do it for Street Fighter?
Because it's the same. I did Street Fighter. I got the diamond, and that was it.
Oh, I could have swore you got to okay.
I could have got the master, but that's not like impressive. It's just that rank system is like you will always move up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more of a grind than anything.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the diamond on DJ, but it was the same thing. It was like, this is my first fighting game for real. Let me get the diamond. I got the diamond. I'm like, okay. I mean, you and I did it with, Knockout City and stuff. It's like, once you reach the end of the game's, sort of the end of the game stuff, it's like, what's there left to motivate you? And if the game isn't, like, for some reason, MultiVersus isn't like that with me. I'll keep playing MultiVersus.
Right.
And I already did. I maxed out the Battle Pass. I still played it. It's more fun to me at that level. Tekken is like it's fun, but it's not, I don't know how to put this. It's not intrinsically motivating. Does that make sense?
Right.
Meanwhile, MultiVersus, you and I played up until, we kept playing.
Yeah.
Even after maxing the Battle Pass, even after, that game's different, so. But yeah, Sage Jam Slam was very fun. I liked the second one better, I think, because, like, now we knew the vibes. Everybody was friends. The team got back together. We had a great time. Um, I don't know, man. It was phenomenal. Uh, I'm happy that we won. I would have been fine if we didn't. I'm very bad at Tekken. It's really funny. I watch my matches back. I'm like, that's me. Like in the moment, I feel so smart. In the moment, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of nice. I'm kind of rocking this. I'm good. And then when I watch it back, I'm like, I do three things. This is
And it works. I don't know. They are.
it
I think
works.
you're. It's that thing where surely he won't, and you will. Like, and he will, bro, and he will.
I
That's
will
like
hop
kings
kick
in
again.
general.
I will
That's
hop kick
kings in
again.
general,
Yeah.
man. I swear, you have a lot of stuff in that kit that just allows you to say, "I will," and and I think people get past the first layer, like, well, I should have, um, I should have discouraged him from doing that, and they're like, no, because if he hits it, that's already 40% gone.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I just play mad stubborn. I just go for I have like 10 pre-baked offenses and I just cycle through them. It's funny because Brawl Pro and I talked the night before, and he's like, "You got to mix this in more. Try to do this more." And I tried to do it, and then the day of the tournament started, and I forgot it all. I didn't do any of it. It was like down forward 2-1, which is like King's best move. Just didn't use it. Got blocked all the time. I was like, "This sucks." Um, I don't know. It was really funny. But Brawl Pro, best coach I could ask for. Excellent team. Great time. I'm just
cool guy.
happy because I clutched up a lot. Like, there's so many sets where I'm down, last round I get a reverse 3-0 or like last hit and I land it. I don't know. It was nice to be back in
I
that
saw
spot.
that pop off against Raiders,
I felt
and then the
bad about
post pop
that.
off clarity. Yeah.
I felt bad about that, bro. I shouldn't have. But I was so mad because I watched the match the night before with Brawl Pro, and I was like, I'm losing to one string. This guy's a bot. I'm losing to one string, and I can't beat it. And I was so
Mhm.
mad. And in the match, I'm so mad and so tense. And then I just let it go, and I felt really bad about that. But people said Raditz is cool. He's not going to, like, take that personally. I was like, it's not him. It's me. He was very good and very frustrating to fight. So, but yeah, Tekken's great. It's very good.
Yeah.
I know you're going to Combo Breaker this weekend to talk about it, right?
Yep. I will be talking about it with some of the other Tekken greats, probably like say Tasty Steve, some Mark Man. I don't really know who else is commentating right now. Maybe Mig,
Sure.
MYK or something. But I know those two will definitely be there because they're there at everything. And yeah, man, I'm excited to be on the world tour. I was on the world tour before, but it was like not like it's like a guest spot. Like now I'm like officially like you know, and commentating Tekken is so
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
And then before we get into the last thing, guys, let me tell you about Prize Picks. Prize Picks, number one America fantasy sports app. More than 5 million members. The most fun, exciting way to get in on the action. While you watch your favorite sports and players, you just pick more or less than 2 or more players' stats for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Prize Picks available in more than 30 states across the country, like California, Texas, and Georgia, which means TK can play. I can't because I'm in Maryland. And they offer all maps for every match, as well as stats like kills, headshots, first bloods, and many more for esports, regular sports, all kinds of stuff. Guys, download the app today. Use code YALLGAMING to get your first deposit match of up to $100. That's right, first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy with Prize Picks. Now, last thing to talk about, Street Fighter 6 Season 2 is out. I just re-downloaded the game if you guys heard Steam there. I'm going to hop back in at some point soon. Akuma is out, and I
Mm-hmm.
done seen the patch notes. Zangief players are eating. Ryu
Mm-hmm.
players are eating.
Mm-hmm.
I even heard maybe Manon might be kind of nice now.
Yeah, she got a couple things I think from like minus something like to +1, and like that's good. But I'm like still like what about? I need to look at like what happened with like Lily and like E Honda and
Sure.
those characters because those are the characters I feel like really didn't have a player base because like either you really like these people and you play that game or you just don't care enough. Obviously, I know that Lily's still being played because the buzz is stubborn, but
Right.
I almost never see Lily outside of that. Um, so I'm like, well, is she? Her name is Lily, right? Am I tripping?
No, it's Lily. You're right.
Okay, yeah. So, because I'm like my Tekken screen is open and I keep thinking of
Dude, I
Tekken
know.
Lily,
I had the
and so I'm
same
like, wait.
thing with the same character because I was like, wait, there's Tekken Lily. Is she like Lila? Who's the character? Yep. I'm on the
Yeah.
same page.
So yeah, I want to know what happens with the rest of them, but it looks like there's good changes all around. I saw Keats say that like he felt like after a whole year, to change up the season. He's like, these don't feel like season 2 changes. Like
Sure.
these are changes, but it doesn't feel like it shook the game up in a major way like a season should. And I was like, I think they're playing it kind of safe. You know, what I mean, like that's and
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you don't always have to. All right, introducing in season 2 a new mechanic. Like let's just move the tier list around a little bit. Uh, Ryu is good now, as I was expecting. Marisa even got some stuff, even though I feel like she's one of those like it's double edged sword type. She's definitely good, but like you definitely can't get overwhelmed if you can't get your gameplay started. But now
Totally.
she has like 80% combos off of like if you try to EXDP out the corner or something, like it's just over for you.
Yeah.
So um yeah, I mean there was a lot of good changes. I know that Aki looks good right now too. Aki
Right.
now has
Yeah.
a dash that goes through fireballs. That's pretty sick. So that makes probably a lot of the zoning matchups like between her and any of the Shotos and or Guile a lot easier for her to deal. So, yeah, I mean, there's just I like the patch for sure. I
Sure.
don't have time to check it out fully myself, right now because focus on Tekken. But when I get back home, I'm definitely gonna check it out too.
Part of me wonders if they just kind of consider like Honda and Lily are just enthusiast characters. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have to leave them alone, as if to say like, because League had that. You know what I mean? Just characters that are just like, all right, we're not gonna touch these guys. If you want to play them, sure. Like, but you can't. Some characters have to get left by the wayside, I guess. You can get them buffs or whatever, but like there will never be a world. Lily is not designed to be a top tier. She couldn't be, right? Like with the way that her gameplay functions. Because she's literally just fly up to you. Is it a grab or a strike? Um, and I feel like some other characters, like Zangief, who is similarly, he wants that one thing, but at least I think he has a little bit more layers than Lily, at least my understanding of the game. I think Lily is just so binary that, like, she can't be good. And Honda kind of feels the same to me, but, Honda is the terror of every rank except Master. And then at Master, he, like, falls off. He's, like, top 2 in every other rank, and then he's bottom 1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But he does have more nuance to him than Lily, for sure. I'm excited by the Ryu buff because, Ryu is kind of the measuring stick that's held against all the other characters. Like, how does Ryu do against these characters? He's the one that everybody's balanced around. So if he's very good, it probably means that they intend for the other characters to be good, maybe over time, maybe as people learn. Maybe that's true, maybe not. Maybe the other characters don't have anything else. But I think Ryu, they kind of want to be, like, high tier. And I think he's probably the guy that they try to make stuff balanced with. I've been watching streams all day, and it's nothing but Zangief. Everybody's on Zangief right now.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I watched I watched Jay Wong's stream of him trying to beat Shinakuma. He did it. It took him 10, 11 tries, I think. But
Okay.
yeah, it was funny because like as soon as I watched him on his like 10th try, like right as he ended, and I just said this is the one, and then he won. And I was like, see, you know what I'm saying? This is the one. But yeah, no, everybody's on Zangief. So I've seen a couple people in the lab with Marisa, but for the most part, yeah, if you're like actually watching people play, they are on Zangief.
Yeah. Yep, seeing a lot of Zangief, and I want to see more Manon because I think she's really cool as a character. And then DJ, but I never saw much DJ at all. I mean, like people say he's busted or whatever, but I feel like I never got to see him. So,
Yeah, well, I think DJ had like good reps and good online presence for sure, especially in Asia. There was like mad DJs over there.
yeah.
When I was doing ICFC Asia, and yeah, that character looks like he'd be a little oppressive. I didn't get a chance to look too much at his patch notes to see what's gone, but it looks like the real losers of this patch so far have been Blanca, according to the Blanca players,
Dude, yeah,
and DJ.
yeah.
So
I saw the Blanca stuff from Mena, and I was like, damn, that's tough. The EX ball, air ball or whatever, and he said that was a big deal. We'll see if it's true or not.
I might have said I turned my PC off. It's crazy.
Yeah. Doo doo.
Oh man. Yeah,
Just turn
I'm
it
good.
off.
I've seen enough.
I wonder because like I don't know historical precedent how common that is that the guy who's winning all the time gets punished into not winning anymore. Because were there that many other Blancas? I feel like he was the only one, but I don't know.
I mean, Blanca was probably still kind of a menace online, but for the as far as
Sure.
like watching Blanca pop off and like on like world tours and stuff like that, probably not. I think it was just Minna, and then he was 50-50 with it for a while. He was doing the Luke as
Right.
well. So yeah, it was weird because like I feel like before Minna really popped off, I don't really feel like people were talking about Blanca like that, and then he popped off, and they were like, well, hold on,
Yeah.
this character actually kinda. Problem
Very.
X is Blanca was on the rise. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I was just
He
thinking
was on
around that
Lily. I
time.
mean, he was on Lily, right? It was time for him to switch. It was time for him to
He was
switch,
gonna
man.
have to swap anyway, so now's as
Yeah,
good
it was.
time as any.
You can't just like it's fun being a low tier hero for a little bit, but when money's on the line and you know everyone's already telling you your character's trash, and like I feel like when people are telling you your character's trash, and then no one's like, I picked up this character because you play him, like that's just enough for me to give up. You know?
Yeah. It sucks too when you don't have like a supportive, I don't want to say community, but like a group of other players to help innovate with you. I feel like that happens a lot with players. Well, they'll just have like, it's just them. And then
Hmm.
it's like, it's hard to keep innovating. It's like you kind of get set in your playstyle. So, but that might be neither here nor there. Who knows? But I'm excited to see what happens in Street Fighter. I'm going to be watching Combo Breaker this weekend for sure. MomoCon is this weekend too, which that always happens for some reason. I don't know why they're
Yeah,
always
they
linked.
neither one of them want to swap. I mean, it's a good weekend. Like it's
Right.
a basically a 4-day weekend. Like if you wanted to stay wherever you're at, you want to stay in Atlanta or Chicago for a little longer, you can do that most likely. I think my flight out back home is a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have made it even later because I feel like people are probably gonna still be around for Monday to hang out. But it's all good.
Sure.
I need to get back for that MultiVersus. I need to be there
True.
for that multi.
MVS coming out on Tuesday. I'm gonna be on all day for that. I can't wait. Um, I was wondering because, well, probably not actually. I know that they're just basically resetting everything, like mastery, character level, whatever. Um, when I got the game, and I was gonna say when I bought it, but they gave me the key because I was sponsored. When I got the game, we got a bunch of like the character passes, which were like unlock the character for free, whatever. I'm not trying to grind for Jason. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
play that immediately. So I'm wondering if that'll transfer. Am I going to have to pay for it? I'm fine with it because I think when you pay for it, it's like you pay for the battle pass and you get him right away. So,
Well, they
um,
said that.
yeah,
They they're gonna like you pay for the battle pass, you get them right away. So uh you do get a chance to play Jason off rip. And yeah, if you like them, then there you go. We'll play some Jason. I don't know if now in tournament, I still need you to play that Velma, but
come on, bro. Let me play Jason.
come on,
How
man.
about
All
a
right.
cheeky banana guard?
Is it a double limb?
Yeah.
All right. When we hit losers, we go.
Yeah, can I play Morty? My Morty go foolish.
Your Morty did go foolish.
Okay,
I
I'm
remember
allowed
that
for
too.
Morty. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering how the balance is gonna change because like in my mind I'm like Velma could never be bad with the way that she operates, but like she
Hmm.
could. Her moves might have no knockback. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little anxious because my characters were generally all very good, and it was like I played them because they were good, but I also really enjoyed them. I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall into a character that's good, but I don't like. You know what I mean? So, um, you had the opposite problem where you were playing Garnet, who sucked, but you liked her. So,
No, hold on now. She sucked because I felt like I had a different game plan in my head of what she was supposed to do, and then I figured out what she was supposed to do, and then she was way better. I don't think she was ever like bottom one, but there was definitely like I feel like being a brawler in that game just isn't as good when
right.
everyone's throwing like 800 things on the screen. So hopefully that's something that also got toned down. I don't want like mages to not feel like mages, or they like if Bugs throws out his rocket or his pie or whatever, he doesn't get it back for like 40 seconds or something. Like that would suck. But
Yeah.
there's at in some matches, if there's four mages on the screen, I don't even think you're actually aiming for your opponent. I think you're just putting hitboxes out and hoping for the best.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah. When you send the Bugs rocket, there's not like oh, I'm gonna catch his jump. I'm gonna do. You're just like, all right, here's a thing to worry about. Like
yeah.
it's and I think it might be that way with Tom and Jerry too. I mean, I didn't play them at all, but it's just like, here's a thing, enjoy it.
I mean, they was definitely sending out those the ping pong balls or the tennis balls. Like
Yeah.
that was just those are just active hitboxes on the screen. So and then here I am with the pan. Yeah, it was a good time. I opened up my multiverses. I forgot. I didn't even know you could still open it up. So I opened it up yesterday just to just look at it, just get one last look before we
Yeah,
go into the future and see if there's much different. Looking at it again, the hit stun actually is pretty long still,
it
even
is.
in that game.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if like we're just kind of placeboed because we haven't seen the hit stun in a long time, or if it actually is longer. But I'm gonna find out, in like 5 days. So
Yeah. Yeah, before all the characters get all big, because they're about to get way tuned up. Because they, I actually like the new characters, like the new models, them being huge. But we'll see how it plays. I don't know. I'm not too worried about the hit stop, but we'll find out on Tuesday, and maybe we'll talk about it. Well, not Wednesday, because we're gonna have rivals. Maybe Wednesday night.
rivals.
Maybe Thursday night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it on Y'all Gaming another time, but that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Lots about fighting games. You could catch TK at Combo Breaker. He's streaming right now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back streaming.
back
What
up?
time is it? Yeah, 40. I'm gonna go back streaming.
All right, bro. Have fun. I'm going to be live tonight talking about stuff. Like I said, there's a big announcement coming out at 7 p.m., which should be fun. And it ties into the stream tonight, I think. So, bless up, everybody. Thanks for watching. Y'all gaming. That's going to do it for tonight's episode. Check out Prize Picks, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.